AODC, welcome to this new, special edition of my little podcast format, AyoGG. And these kinds of videos seem to happen more and more in in the past few months. You all already know what happened. You read it in the title, guys. Let's make it short. There's something I want to talk about with you all, and that is 3 out of 7 Dreamcatcher members have left Dreamcatcher company. The reason why I'm making this video, why I want to talk about it and everything, is because Dreamcatcher is a really important group for me. More to that later, but before we emotionally dive into all of this and why all of this is maybe not even as dramatic as we all now make it. It still hurts, but honestly, technically, it's not that bad, everything. Why? Let's talk about it now. But first, the basics. So, the basics are as follows. The 3 members that have decided to not renew their contracts with Dreamcatcher company are gahyeon, dami, and handong. Their contracts will expire, if I'm completely mistaken, at the end of this month, so March 31st. From that point on, the 3 of them will not be artists under Dreamcatcher company anymore. However, that is a really important point, Dreamcatcher does not disband. The group is still there, and the group is still 7. It is said that there will still be promotions as Dreamcatcher with all 7 of them. Which is important, and which is a concept that is not really unusual anymore in this industry. We have seen it really a lot of times already over the past few years. The thing there is, we have seen it with varying success. We have seen it quite successful, and we have seen it absolutely not working. I will just be one of the people believing in both Dreamcatcher and Dreamcatcher company and their will to actually go through with all of this and really make it work. So I will say, yes, we will continue to have Dreamcatcher. Not as frequently as we have had in the past, which is most of the time really frequently, because Dreamcatcher has been one of the very few groups that were insanely active over a huge amount of years. Like over 7 years, always like 3 to 4, if you also count like Japanese stuff, like comebacks within 1 year. Absolutely insanity, honestly. But it kind of got foreshadowed, all of this, and that's why I'm honestly not that surprised about the news that we got today. It kind of got foreshadowed for me with Justice. Because everything around Justice was a bit weird. The song was fantastic, but the promotion was insanely short. And it was nothing much, honestly. All around it, it was pretty disappointing, I have to say, personally. And the reception of the song was, from fan side, not bad, but generally, like, from general public, which is a shame, because the song is absolutely fantastic. But all of these things, then there was before and after long nothing. To be fair, they toured a lot and stuff, so that kind of made sense. But overall, there was just, it felt weird. And it may not have felt weird for other groups, but for Dreamcatcher, it felt weird. And well, now we have the situation the way it is. And the question now is, what is happening with all the girls while Dreamcatcher is not promoting? By the way, I desperately hope that the frequency will be once a year. I'm not delusional saying we get more than once a year. With this setup, But once a year, a Dreamcatcher comeback. Please. I really need it. I really freaking need it. There is no one like Dreamcatcher in this industry. That simply is not. I need it. So, what are the girls now doing? let's start with the 3 leaving Dreamcatcher company. And start with the most mysterious one, which is Handong. Because for Handong, we don't really know anything, at least when I'm recording this right now. The letter Handong has written did not indicate anything really what she's planning to do, despite the mention of that the girls and the fans kind of created a second home for her here in Korea, despite her really missing her home. And that kind of made it all feel like she will probably go back to China. At least for a bit. And the thing is, if she does not like sign with a Korean agency, she will have to go to China. That's just the way it is. If she doesn't work here, it will be difficult to stay here. So what she's gonna do there in China, let's say she goes to China, singing, acting, no clue. We've got absolutely nothing. So for that, we will have to wait. Or if she will sign with a Korean agency, I kind of doubt it based on the letter, but I'm happy to be proven wrong. Absolutely. So yeah, that is Handong. We don't really know what's gonna happen, but probably, at least for now, back to China. Second person, gahyeon. Our Magne made it pretty clear in her letter that she is going to pursue acting. And there are 2 hearts basically beating in my chest. The one is, you go, girl, live your life. I am happy that she is attempting what she really wants to do. If that's her dream, she should go for it 100%. The other part, the other heart in my chest is beating for... The thing is just, I am simply not a fan of like Korean dramas. I am not. And it is the way it is that every time when an idol, and it happens so insanely often, when an idol switches to acting, it is difficult for me to keep track with her. To follow what she's doing, beside like fan sites, what they're posting, simply because Korean dramas are not my thing. I've watched them for like, I think when I started K-pop for like 2 to 3 years, but then I just lost touch and I'm not interested in it anymore. And it takes a lot of work on my end to keep track of idol actors. One reason for that is not only the fact that I'm personally not interested in the Korean acting scene. It's just because it's so fucking many idols. And so many idols that I love. That I deeply, deeply love. That have switched to acting. And I'm really working hard, but it's not easy. So every time when I hear this happening, I can't help but to feel... But, as I said, that's what I think is not important. What important is what gahyeon wants, and if that's what she wants, then she should go for it. Now, we don't know if she will also pursue singing, but it did not sound like she will pursue singing outside of Dreamcatcher. So, we can say gahyeon for now. Gahyeon for now. Acting. And the third person is Dami. Dami made it pretty damn clear that she will pursue singing. She will go solo. And here the question is, or I could imagine that she will also actively participate in the creation of the songs. Lyricism, composing, and so on. Since she has shown in the past how much interest she has in that stuff. And then I'm really, really curious to see, like, will she be really like, will she focus on rap, or will she be more like, will she be more interested in singing? Since now she has like the chance to do exactly that, to be not in the rapper role. I do assume that we will also have raps in her songs, but I could really see her embracing more the singer side in herself, and I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know what kind of sound she will have. I mean, I loved her solo that we got. Like, beautiful. That kind of sound. I wouldn't mind. I really wouldn't mind. I absolutely adored the song. That would be cool. It would suit Dami a lot. But whatever it is, I'm super interested to see what she's doing and will most certainly be following everything. As with every member, by the way. As hard as it is for some, but I will be following that shit. Now, that's the 3 girls leaving Dreamcatcher Company. Now we have 4 left that will stay. And that was the first thing that I read. Okay, 4 members staying. And I was like, okay. 4 staying, so they will probably form a new group. And then I was like, wait. Who 4? We're like, which 4? And I went through and like, minus Dami. That is basically, oh my god. The only group that could potentially quench my thirst for the love shake. Now, we all know that is never going to happen. Like, even before I continue now with saying how the constellation there actually is. But for my fellow Minx enthusiasts, for a second I was like, wait. But then it obviously scattered. Now, the interesting thing is that even within Dreamcatcher Company, we will have a split. Let's start with Siyeon, because Siyeon will not go solo/solo. It's difficult to say because it looks like Siyeon is going to join a band. And that is wild because if I remember correctly, many years ago, like 4, 5, 6 years ago, quite a while back, I think it was when Dreamcatcher Company held auditions for like a band, or I was hallucinating this, but I think that was the case. And maybe the people they got through this audition will now form with Siyeon together a band. The question there, of course, is: will we have will these people be the instrumentals of the band, and Siyeon will be the sole singer? Will we have 1 or 2 or like other singers as well within that band? Will we have like main singers besides Siyeon? Siyeon is obviously main, but besides Siyeon, or will we have mostly like sub vocals besides Siyeon? We don't know. We also don't know the sound of it. It will obviously be a band sound with a band. Will it be more, I assume, rocky? A rocky sound? And that could be really sexy. I really look forward to that. That could be fucking amazing. I can completely see that, which is one of the main reasons why I'm really excited. While super sad about the news, I'm also super excited about what is going to happen. And on the other hand, we have the 3 girls left. Jiu, Sua, and Yoohyeon. And those 3 are actually going to stick together. They are going to form a new unit. Sound, I don't know. I don't know what the sound's going to be. By the way, just to jump shortly back to Minx, it does not have to be Love Shake. Like, there are other songs in that discography, like Why Did You Come to My Home? Different sound than Love Shake, but pretty damn amazing. Sorry, I love Minx, okay? I just have to throw that in there sometimes. But yeah, what are they going to do? What kind of sound will we have there? I could imagine like really dance-focused music. 100%. We have super strong vocals in this unit. So the vocal-wise, there are no limits for this group. BBG has shown us that 3-member groups can be fucking fantastic. So, what's it going to be? I assume we will have heavy dance focus. They're probably going to be continue K-poppy like sound, even though K-poppy is fucking broad, can be every genre. But yeah, this is going to be really interesting. I do think, or I would expect at least, that their sound is going to differ quite a bit from Dreamcatcher, because I guess we kind of need some sort of differentiation between this group and Dreamcatcher, because when Dreamcatcher comes back, Dreamcatcher is coming back, and these 3 can kind of like find their own sound now. So this is yeah, this is the one I'm most excited and interested in what is going to go on there. But overall, I'm so curious what all of the girls are going to do. How what they're going to do is going to sound and look and feel like. But another thing that came up earlier today is two trademark applications that Dreamcatcher company has done. And it looks like these are Dreamcatcher trademark applications for names. The first one is Syndrome. I hope I'm saying this somewhat correctly. And the second one is Wow or UAU. Let's start with Syndrome. I would expect this sounds like a name for a band. If you ask me, like that sounds like something a rocky band could sound like. Like here, imagine here's Syndrome and Siyeon starts singing, the electric guitars getting smashed. I could imagine that 100%, and it's a pretty badass name, honestly. And the second one, UAU, for the potential subunit. I mean, if you think about it, we have U, A, U. We have G, U, Su, A, and yoohyeon. So, UAU, I would say that's it pretty easy to put these two together. If it's now the differently, would be hilarious. But I don't think so. I think that will be the two names for the new groups / band that we're going to get, which is interesting. Really looking forward to it. I don't know how fast we will get new content now of these two groups. How fast we will get like an introduction to the band behind or alongside Siyeon. Gonna be a wild ride, guys. Definitely going to be a wild ride. Now, overall, maybe you heard it, I am positive about this change, about what is going to come. However, of course, there is this bit of sadness and sorrow in my heart. And I think the main reason why I have this is because Dreamcatcher has kind of symbolized for me the honestly last bastion of the third gen. What I mean with this is I know there are other third gen groups like GFriend just recently have comebacks and stuff. I know. But what I mean is they were the last like solid bastion, you know? Nothing like this member's there, and if they somehow find the time and the agency allows, they're coming together and you have to pray daily for it to happen. Dreamcatcher was the only group that is important, the only third gen group that is dear to me, that remained this anchor, this we're still there, we're still the same as when we debuted. And now this last anchor is kind of like not broken, because they said we get Dreamcatcher again, but it got a few dents in it. Let's say it like that, okay? And it just kind of marks an end to an era that is just so insanely dear to me, because the third gen simply is my favorite gen of all time. A big reason for that may be because that's the gen where I got in. That's the gen where I got into K-pop. That basically grabbed me, put me in my place and said, you are not moving, bitch. You're staying here. You're in that shit for life. And to see this era kind of end in a way, it's just a melancholic thing for me personally. Though, as I said, we're staying positive here because it is not a disbandment. And it is important that it's not a disbandment. Not only that they say they continue, we also get a lot of new stuff to look forward to out of this. And I can just say, ultimately, I am excited for it. I'm looking forward to it. And I hope that we get all of this, that all of this works in a way that is satisfying to the girls themselves, because ultimately they are the ones that have invested their entire 20s into this endeavor. I mean, we have some of the members. For some members, this will be the third time debuting, basically. And this also must not be easy. This must also be pretty wild. But for me personally, as Insomnia, I'm proud of them, and I'm looking forward to it. With a bit of sadness, always. That will always be there, but probably more excitement. Excitement is probably overshadowing it overall. But I would also be really interested in knowing your opinions in the comments below about all of this, guys. How positive are you about the future? Are you looking forward to it? What do you think? How often can we expect Dreamcatcher to be back? And what do you expect from the members individually / in their new units / bands? Let me know everything in the comments, guys. And one thing, once again, I want to point out is that on this channel, you will be updated about everything, guys. And when music drops, when new musical endeavors start of any of the girls, you will find it here. Because this is a place and a home for Insomnia. That is my promise to you. Thank you so much for your attention, guys. And see you next video, whatever it's going to be. And once again, Dreamcatcher, looking forward to the next comeback, and thank you for all of those years. Bye.